Well, if I dress in cowboy clothes, does that make me ranch dressing? Well, I guess that's a good way to start out a twilight zone and rearranging my prejudices. I go back to Princeton University as removing Woodrow Wilson's name from a building uh, because they think it's racist policies that he had. Well, if they're going to do that, I think they should repeal the income tax in the Federal Reserve because he signed those into law, and that probably makes it racist. And that's my thoughts while thinking and rearranging my prejudices for this little deal here. And the media can't push us anymore. There's thousands of us little digital soldiers out there telling what we believe the truth is. It's different from what the mass media is doing. And so we are the storm. We are the news. We are the ones that setting the precedences. And we're going to get us out of that twilight zone, I hope, pretty soon. And the income tax and the Federal Reserve and the bitcoins and digital money and the history of the Federal Reserve and tax increases and rate increases is all there. And it's about the socialists redistributing wealth among themselves. And only the super rich is going to have the money. The rest of us will be sitting down there clipping our toenails or something. And they used the COVID-19 to initiate a lot of this and get it started and put us into this twilight zone we're traveling now. And the Federal Reserve and the stock market and all of them are just working together to just grind our little economy right down into the ground. They're just chopping it around. And our gas prices are high, and they cut out our production of gas. And this old fella here, he may not have a lot of college education, but he's got it down pretty straight. He says, "Let me get this straight. We can't use our own oil because of climate change will kill us. So we're going to buy that oil and funnel the money through a terrorist organization that's going to kill us. Have you lost your cotton picking mind? I'm telling you." Oh, Lordy, and the Federal Reserve and our destiny and economy all is totally upside down. And our taxes are just working against us every day. And they said, the Federal Reserve says we have a process. I didn't say it was a good process. And, and I think that probably perpetuates the stage we're working on right now. And the Democrats and the Republicans, they're working together, just squirting water off of us while our national debt just sets the world on fire. And if you think the Republicans and the Democrats are different, just tell us about our deficit spending and our stimulus packages in the Federal Reserve. And they all work together. They all got their feet in the federal food trough in the swamp. And they don't know how to get us out of this mess. They don't want to get us out of this mess. They keep saying, "Oh, we're going to get you out of this mess," but they just dig us deeper into that mess, and then we just keep our inflation and problems going on up. And the more we move toward that globalization, the more debt squeeze we have, and the more we just roll around in that twilight zone. But remember, it's all about our kids, the children. We got to do this for the children. So what we're doing is passing that national debt and communism to our kids and lost their freedom. And you're saying that's for the children. and the Federal Reserve is part of that conspiracy. And the uranium deal is just part of the overall conspiracy, and they're just working. The world is just working that like a charm. They're just playing us around and doing away with our dollar, and part of that is because of that big uranium deal that we gave Russia a few years ago from Hillary, and that was part of all of this stuff here. You got to believe, when you go to stacking all these facts together, you got to believe a little bit of this conspiracy. and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just look at the facts and pass them on along. And the globalization is sitting there ready to pull the strings on everybody, and particularly the United States, because that's the big plum they got to work on. And we just waller around in that twilight zone looking for a solution. And that's my thoughts while thinking and rearranging my prejudices. And, the government ain't got no money, we ain't got no money, and so we just got to work on it. And we got all the words, but they're meaningless unless we take action to back them up. And the only rights that you have are the ones that you're willing to fight for. And that's my thoughts while thinking. And remember, the Constitution limits the power of the federal government and not the people. And this kind of brings up this thought here, that would you kindly fix the roads I have already been taxed to fix? So I am causing damage to my car, which I am annually taxed to drive, which I purchased with money that was already taxed, which sits in my driveway in my home. It's highly taxed. So that's our taxes. They're just killing us. And that's my thoughts while thinking, and goodbye, and we'll see you on the flip side, and have a happy day.